Joe, some achievement after 15 fights to get this far without a major promoter apart from your early days.
Well, yeah, like I say, I started off with Frank Maloney early on. Only had 5 fights with him, and then sort of rebuilt my career from scratch, pretty much, with my new manager and trainer now, Andy O'Kane, and getting back into contention now.
How hard has it been for you coming from a boxing backwater, Malmesbury?
It's been pretty tough. It's only a small town. We've got a small amateur club there. It's a good club, but it's only small. I think I'm the 3rd pro boxer from the gym ever, and only the 1st actual pro fighter that's from Malmesbury. So it's a little out of nowhere, but yeah, doing all right at the moment.
What's it like for you getting sparring? Do you have to travel, or do you bring guys into Malmesbury?
Well, I do all my training in Bristol. We've got a few good lads in the gym that I spar with, and also we travel all over the place sparring. A few people come to us, so get some good sparring. Normally with bigger lads. Do a lot with Danny Butler, done a bit with Nick Blackwell in the past, so normally have to mix up with some of the bigger lads, but like I say, it's good at the gym. So
you're now just 1 win away from the British title fight if you beat Jack Catterall. How good's Jack Catterall?
Jack Catterall's very, very good. There's a lot of hype around him, and deservedly so. He's performed really well this far in his career, but you know, I'm not coming all this way to lose. You know, I've put a lot of effort into my career, and I've been boxing my whole life, so I'm not coming up here to make the numbers.
And also, do you think because you're unfashionable, shall we say, despite your amateur background, that for someone like you, if it did go wrong, even if you went so close in this fight, you could be to the back of the queue for a long time?
I suppose that's a possibility. Fingers crossed that won't happen. I'm not really even thinking about that. Obviously it is a possibility, but I mean, if that happens, then I'll just do the same again. You know, I always do things the hard way, so be okay.
People see you had the one defeat, but in 3 of your last 5 fights, up to Anthony Hardy and Phil Bowes, you've beaten 3 unbeaten fighters, haven't you?
Yeah, and they're 3 unbeaten Southpaws as well, which is, you know, the 4th one coming up. Jack will be my 4th unbeaten Southpaw in 6 fights. So, you know, had a bit of practice leading up to this fight with them. So hopefully that'll stand me in good stead.
Most boxers hate fighting Southpaws. What makes you thrive against them?
I wouldn't say thrive. I don't enjoy it, but a lot of people don't want to fight Southpaws. But you know, I'll fight anybody. So a lot of these Southpaws struggle to get matches, and when I've been offered them, I jump at the chance. You know, just to get a fight. So without the big promoter being able to draw people with big money, offering them for fights, it's been a bit of a nightmare getting fights just to get to this position. So I've had to sort of fight other fighters that have been struggling to find them themselves, and usually away from home as well. I beat Bowes up in London. I beat Hardy on a Hatton show. Not Hardy, Upton on a Hatton show. So I'm used to going away from home and sort of doing again this time.
Do you think Jack's a level above those 3?
I believe so, yeah. I mean, his performances have shown that, and his ranking shows that he's #1 in the country at the moment, according to some rankings. And is he 5 in the world with the WBO now? So, you know, he's at that level, and that's where I want to be. I want to be at that level.
For people who don't know you, you did have a solid amateur background. Can you tell us about that?
Well, yeah, I had a good amateur background. I won schoolboys, juniors, CYPs, senior ABAs, 4 nations, 3 nations, boxed for England. So did it all really as an amateur, and sort of learned my craft there. Even though when I was an amateur, I didn't have an amateur style. You know, I didn't get put on the GB thing because they didn't think I had the right style. Even though I won all the fights and beat their lads, didn't get put on the team to go to the Olympics or the Commonwealth Games or anything like that. So I think even with sort of a pro style, I still won those titles as an amateur. So hopefully that'll keep translating forward now.
And yourself and Jack are fighting to challenge for the British title. Tyrone Nurse is the current champion. He fights Willie Limon, but you have good reason, don't you, to maybe hope that Tyrone beats Willie?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I hope Tyrone wins. I boxed Tyrone when I must have been, I think, 16 in the Junior ABA semi-finals. In a fight I thought I won. He got the decision. I won the first 2 rounds pretty clearly. It was only a couple of points up on the scores, and then somehow in the last round he beat me 7-0 on points, and I didn't think anyone in the world could beat me 7-0 on points in 1 round, you know, at the time. But whatever, they gave it to him. I thought it was an even round, but you know, I'd like to get my revenge on Tyrone, and he's done really, really well with his career. So yeah, I would like to fight Tyrone.
It'll be your live TV debut on BoxNation. What can viewers who might not have seen you expect?
Yeah, I'm excited about that, and I'm excited to put on a show. I think anyone who's seen me fight before know I've sort of all action. I come forward looking to do a lot of damage, and I don't like there to be a lull in the action, if you know what I mean. If I'm stood around waiting, posing, I think, oh, this must be boring. When I watch fighting, when I watch boxing, I enjoy the action, enjoy the come forward, aggressive sort of style of fighters, and that's what I aspire to be.
You're confident, you're not frightened of travelling. Is Friday the 13th going to be lucky for you?
Well, let's hope so. Hey, I don't really believe in luck, but we shall see.